I'm surrounded by Tauruses. Like, I don't know if any of you guys realize how many Tauruses are out there in the world, but just count how many Tauruses are around you in your life. Mother's Day and birthdays, like, just kill me financially. I have Denisha on the 8th. I had my mom on the 15th. Mother's Day sandwiched in between on the 12th. I'm like, this is insane. Like, I can only imagine when we have kids and I'm gonna have to start getting her Mother's Day gifts and birthday gifts sometimes on the same day. Like, it is crazy. So, but before you get with a Taurus, make sure you keep all of that in mind. That, hey, Mother's Day and birthdays can be hell. So in a good way, hell in a good. What's up, Evolvers, and welcome to another episode of Evolving with Edgar. I'm your host, Edgar Martin Jr., and I'm glad to be back, man. It's been well over a month. It's been at least, a month and a half now since I've last talked to you guys. So I'm glad I could finally be back. I'm glad I can give more content to you guys. I've had some of you actually reaching out to me, asking me, when is the next episode dropping? What other content can you guys look forward to seeing? And trust me, I've been thinking about all of that stuff. And it's really been kind of a rough month and a half, I'll say. Not in a bad way at all. It's just, with spring semester around April is when it gets pretty, jam packed with work. You got exams coming up, you got final projects, you got what else? Makeup work if you're trying to make up assignments for stuff that you either didn't do well on or you missed out on. So I had a bunch of stuff in April, academic wise, for some pretty important classes that I had to get out the way, to where I had to just take a break for like a month or so. And also my fiance, for any of you who didn't see, within the past 3-4 weeks now, my fiance Denisha, she just recently crossed over into Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So yeah, my fiance is officially a Delta. I'm so proud of her. I had to make sure and be there for her throughout her whole process, help her whatever stuff she needed help with and all of that. So I just needed to be there for her, and I also needed to take care of what I needed to do academically. So that's why I kind of had to take a step back from you guys for a little bit and just get all of that out the way. But now it's summertime. My class schedule is a lot smaller, which means I could put a lot more effort into YouTube now. And not even just over the summer, like for the rest of the year at this point, I feel like I'll be able to do so much better with what content I'll give you guys, how often I'll give it to you. So look for a lot more consistency from me for throughout the rest of this year, basically. But this episode, I'm gonna call this episode "I'm Back and I'm Better." That's really what I feel like now that I've let you guys inside on what's taken me so long to get back to it. I didn't want you guys thinking that, I quit, doing this and now I'm trying to do something else. It's like, no. And it's funny because I've been talking about how most podcasts don't even get past, 7 episodes. God forbid you got more than one person on the podcast and you got heads clashing and ideas clashing. They really hardly ever last that long consistently. And it's funny that my last episode was episode 6, right before that 7 episode mark. So I'm like, damn, I really hope I don't, jinx myself with that. But I didn't. I love creating way too much, and I love putting my passion into this way too much to just stop and try to do something else. I really feel like this is part of my purpose and what I'm trying to do with inspire and help people evolve and grow. So I'm, like I said, I'm definitely glad to be back, man. I'm back and I'm better. I feel like that's a great title for this episode. But I'm just happy to explore new options creatively. I think I'll just go ahead and start telling you guys some of the stuff I'll be doing. You'll start seeing me dive a little bit more into the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect of what I want this channel to be. I'm not going to give you guys everything, but I do want you to know that it's gonna be more than just this podcast. Like, I'm gonna start giving you guys vlogs. I'm gonna start giving you guys, gym content. I may not be a huge gym person, but I'm definitely gonna show my journey because my bachelor trip is in what's today? I'm recording this May 16th. So less than 2 months basically. My bachelor trip is less than 2 months away. We're gonna be in Vegas. My wedding is wow, it's the 16th. So exactly 6 months from today, my wedding is at the end of the year in November. So I gotta get this body right. I gotta make sure not only physically am I good, but I gotta keep making sure mentally and emotionally I'm where I need to be, as I approach, marriage and all of that stuff. So I'm back and I'm better isn't just a great title, but I feel like it's great for this new season that I'm in for myself. As we're approaching this summer season, I feel like I've actually been growing into a new season myself of reassuring myself and just getting back on track and locking in. I've said in a couple episodes now that my word of the year has been discipline, and I've fell off a little bit with it. I fell off around February, March, but that's usually when people fall off with their resolutions or their word of the year. February and March is around that time when you really see who really doing this shit for real. Like who really sticking to their goals, who really trying to get stuff done. And then summertime is fun because you've been working in the gym all winter and all spring, and now you're trying to show off your results. But some people may have fell off, and they're still, they're still trying to get those results in the summer. And I'm one of those people, and I've definitely uh, got a new burst and a new sense of enlightenment and just a new sense of inspiration to do that. So I feel a lot more lively. I just feel a lot more enthusiastic about everything right now. And I think I just have those peaks and valleys where one minute I'm super depressed and I don't know how I'm going to get stuff done and planning is just overwhelming. And then, I have those other moments where I'm really all in and I'm really just, nothing is stopping me and I just have that flow of consistency. So I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully I don't hit another slump anytime soon. And if I do, hopefully you guys will be understanding. I know I'm not perfect. I know I have this thing where I try to make sure everything is great before I give it to you guys. And I just have to be better with myself with that and understand that this is the beginning. Like most of this stuff, it's not gonna look that polished, even though it looks polished now. I'm betting you guys, for those of you who are watching the visual podcast, those of you who are listening, you can't see, but your boy finally got this mic stand up. I got this mic stand up. I got my mic connected to my laptop now. I'm using StreamYard. Like this is a total upgrade from the last 6 episodes where I was just setting up my smartphone, my iPhone, and just setting that up, recording on there, and overloading my phone with storage, by the way, with all the thumbnail pictures and with all the recording time that I had on it. So I'm finally using StreamYard now. And funny thing about this is, and again, I have to give credit to my fiance, man. I don't know where I would be mentally a lot of times if it wasn't for Denisha, but she's been telling me there has to be a way you can connect this mic to the computer. Like you got at least 3 plugs with this microphone. One of them have to work. And I'm just like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I don't know what to do. I've tried everything, blah, blah, blah. And then for some reason, it just hit me out of nowhere. Maybe I should try StreamYard. Let me try StreamYard. For those of you who didn't know, when I did my last podcast with my friend Quincy, the Q&E podcast, we used StreamYard. We recorded on StreamYard. And I thought about it and I'm like, wait a second. Let me see if this works. Not only does it work, it works great. The camera is clear, just as clear as if I did it on my phone. The audio is crisp still and perfect. That's the main thing I wanted to make sure was good for you guys, was my audio. But not only is the audio good, the fact that I don't have to sit here and hold this microphone like I'm reporting for the news or something. I don't have to hold this microphone anymore while I'll give you guys episodes. So I'm glad I don't have to focus on that anymore. It's easily adjustable as far as like how far I want it or how close I want it. The audio is great, like I said. So I'm glad I've upgraded. And that just goes to the title again, man. At least a month and a half off. I better be a little bit better for you guys. Like that's the standard I hold myself to. So I'm just glad for some of the minor upgrades that will go a long way with this. And like I said, you guys can expect some gym content from me soon. You can expect me to get into the vlogging space a little bit, and it's gonna be something that's not your typical vlog because I get it. I'm a normal person. I'm not famous. I'm not even like super known here where I stay. So I understand that I have to make it appealing to you all in some sort of way. So I hope you find the content that I do in the upcoming weeks interesting. I hope that I can stay consistent for you guys to give you at least 1 to 2 episodes a week. I'm gonna stick to at least getting back to my normal 1 episode per week with you guys. I feel like 2 might just be a little bit much. If I can give you 2, then I'm doing really good that week. But 1 episode a week for sure. I'm gonna get back to that. But yeah, everything is coming along really nice right now. Uh, there's Delta stuff all in this living room. If you've been in my house at all within the last month, you're gonna see crimson and cream, red, white, Delta shirts everywhere. On our island behind us, we have too much stuff. There, red is my favorite color, but damn, like it is like everywhere right now. And just a little bit more of a recap. Her birthday was actually what's today? It was a week ago. Her birthday was May 8th. So I'm surrounded by Tauruses. Like I don't know if any of you guys realize how many Tauruses are out there in the world, but just count how many Tauruses are around you in your life. My fiance is a Taurus. My mom is a Taurus. One of my close family friends is a Taurus. Somebody who I consider a mother figure to me, one of my friends' moms, she's a Taurus. And another close friend of mine, she's also a Taurus. That's 5 Taurus, and they're all women. They're all women. I don't think I have a close. Wait, no, my friend Malik. My friend Malik, he's a Taurus too. But that's 5 women and one guy who I can say that are in like my close family and friends' life that are Tauruses. I'm surrounded by these people. Mother's Day and birthdays like just kill me financially. I have Denisha on the 8th. I had my mom on the 15th. Mother's Day sandwiched in between on the 12th. I'm like, this is insane. Like, I can only imagine when we have kids and I'm gonna have to start getting her Mother's Day gifts and birthday gifts sometimes on the same day. Like it is crazy. So, but before you get with a Taurus, make sure you keep all of that in mind that hey, Mother's Day and birthdays can be hell. So in a good way, hell in a good way. But yeah, that's just some more recap on what's been going on with me recently. What else? Think that's really it. Nothing else too much has been going on. I'm getting more back involved in church, and I'm glad I'm doing that because I feel like it's something that aligns with my purpose of what I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel. And I feel it's important for people my age and older, millennials, basically millennials and older Gen Zs like myself. I feel like it's important for us to start reaching back and start helping in the community because me and one of my friends, my friend Kimani, he was talking to me and he was like, bro, like we're at that age now where the older people are starting to hit us up and be like, hey, do you think you can help with this? Or hey, do you feel like you can do this or come help out with this every now and then? And I didn't realize it until now, but I'm like, damn, like I am at that age where high school and middle school, like reaching back and helping those age groups should be a lot more common for me, regardless of if I'm in an organization or a nonprofit group or whatever. Like just me on my own, I'm realizing that damn, while I do have time in between the week, I should find time to, reach back and help in any way I can. So I'm glad I'm getting more involved in church again. And I'm just helping out with the media team, helping, the youth anchors group, helping them with delivering announcements for the week, helping them learn what it's like to work in media and production spaces. So I'm glad I can lend my knowledge and my tools to them to help them grow, help the next generation grow. Because we have to realize, like, if you're 25 and up at this point, we are not the next generation. We're the generation now, and all the kids and teenagers behind us, they're the next group. So not only do we have to reach back, we have to make sure we properly prepare them to be that next group. And time flies, bro. Like, 1 minute the world is telling you you're the next generation, and then before you know it, there's a whole generation coming after you of like, okay, yep, they're next. It's not about us anymore. I just thought that was pretty cool to share with you guys on other stuff that I'm getting back involved in. But yeah, I'm glad I can talk to you guys again. I'm back. I'm gonna be way more consistent this time. I feel like I'm not sure what I want to do with the podcast as far as guests. I know a lot of people keep asking me if they can be a guest or letting me know if I ever need a guest or whatever. But I feel like this is something, at least for now anyway, because this is still so early in this channel's journey. I just want it to be us, me and you guys. And however I incorporate other people later down the line, I'll figure out a way to do that. But I don't want this to be a thing as of this moment. I'm pretty sure I'll get to that point to where I have guests. But right now, I just want it to be intimate. I want it to be me and you guys. And I want you guys to get to learn me and know me even more than what you already are knowing me for. So yeah, I'm glad that I can hop back on here with you guys and talk to you. Can't wait to get this episode out to you as soon as possible. But before I go, I just want to end with my regular send off. To evolve is to grow, and I can't wait to see what your next phase is. See you next time.